Farm Aid is not just a music concert. It's really a farmers' convention. The farmers are the people who protect the soil, which is the foundation of life, and they're struggling. So this is one day out of the year that we can bring a lot of attention towards the issues facing farmers. We can hear from them.
My very first Farm Aid was about 6 years ago, and it meant more to me than like winning any kind of award. It just felt kind of like I was bringing something home for my family.
It's been euphoric, joyful, ecstatic. I am beyond honored to be welcomed into this circle and family.
I think it's the sense of community that you feel when you're at Farm Aid. It really feels like a family reunion. You get on site and you're greeted by people you haven't seen in a year or more, and it's just really a warm, familial feeling. A lot of fun and a lot of heart go into the day.
When you have the opportunity to be listening to these great artists donating their performances, plus have a wonderful meal, and plus walk around and meet some farmers, it's a magical day and people remember.
The roster of artists that we've had that do come completely on their own time and bring their bands themselves, it's extraordinary. There's no other show like this.
There's kind of a vibe to this show where everybody's the same, you know, whether you're the first on the bill or the last. It creates a vibe for the crew where they go, wait a minute, this isn't a normal show. And I say, you think you're doing a live show. You're doing a media event.
It could not happen without hundreds and hundreds of people behind the scenes coming from all over the country, all over the world, to not just support the event, but to work the event. Volunteers to do everything from setting up and tearing down to greeting fans and asking for donations.
Every year I feel like I learn something different. I get the privilege of sitting in on a panel and just hearing what other people are doing.
Margo Price is now on our board, and she's very vocal and feels very strongly. She comes from a farm.
It means so much to be on the board. I know that if my grandfather were still here with us, that he would just be ecstatic. You know, they lost their farm in the mid-'80s during the farming crisis, and it's just always been something that has deeply affected me.
We have that Homegrown Village out there, which to me is the best part of Farm Aid because people can interact with all of the stuff we're talking about. You meet farmers and get firsthand experience with farmers to people who might not otherwise get that experience.
And you get to taste all good food from family farmers in this local area. You get to dig in with people in the Homegrown Village, learn about how they farm and what they do, and take home a skill or two for yourself.
A lot of people come to us for the music, but it's really important that they know what the issues are and why we're all here and why we're supporting family farmers.
Farm Aid has really made the attendees, the customers, the consumer think about where this food is coming from and who's growing this food and what's going on with them in their lives.
I didn't know where food came from till I set foot on a farm for the first time when I was 9. And it was not just life-changing, it was life-preserving. It was transformative, and it gave me a sense of what's possible.
My favorite thing is when you can introduce the festival goer eating the family farm food item to the farmer who grew or raised it.
We get lucky that we get to perform in front of a bunch of people that are always giving back to us in terms of growing food and raising livestock and, feeding everybody. So it's nice to be able to give them something in return for that.
I think it made a huge difference in the very beginning for farmers to realize that someone was listening and for them to realize that people cared.
So the music brings everyone here where the farmers are so they can be heard.
Our dollar is very powerful, and all of us as individuals can make great change and huge impact by just where we spend our money and who we support.
It has really opened up people's understanding and exposure to how our food is grown.
I hope that people just come away with that, come away with a sense of what's possible when we creatively problem solve together.
I think people leave Farm Aid learning something, taking it home to their community, trying to do better, to eat better, to support their local farmer. And without the show, I don't know if we would be able to reach all the people that we do.